it up. It's the Record Machine with your host, Jimmy Hall.
Hey rockers, this is Cassidy Paris. You're listening to my brand new single, Wannabe.
Tonight in the mirror, get your hair and make it right. 2 miles with the camera on. It's time you play pretend. Wearing Gucci, gotta sell your savage flex. All your fans are waiting for what happens next. You couldn't even turn them on. You're not the latest trend, and you love to watch them ballin'. Would you sell yourself if the world came calling? Oh no, you're such a wannabe. You act like you're a celebrity. This is your life, this is your life. Oh no, you're such a wannabe. Too bad you're an all-night tragedy. You're gonna fake it, you'll never make it. You're a wannabe, wannabe. Wannabe, wannabe. Watch your friends, cause you know they'll spill the tea. Pull the yacht, cause you don't wanna miss the beat. You never call them out, you'll lose this game, you'll see. Throwing shade like a record on repeat. Like a child and you know you'll watch and weep. Follow the lead now, don't you know you're obsolete? And you love to watch them ballin'. Would you sell yourself if the world came calling? Oh no, you're such a wannabe. You act like you're a celebrity. This is your life, this is your life. Oh no, you're such a wannabe. Too bad you're an all-night tragedy. You're gonna fake it, you'll never make it. You're a wannabe, wannabe. And you play the same old game, chasing after fame. Tell yourself you're never going down. Illusions in your head, you ain't the missing thread. Down and out, so don't come crying now. And you love to watch them ballin'. Would you sell yourself if the world came calling? Oh no, you're such a wannabe. You act like you're a celebrity. This is your life, this is your life. Oh no, you're such a wannabe. Too bad you're an all-night tragedy. You're gonna fake it, you'll never make it. You're a wannabe, wannabe. Wannabe, wannabe. You're such a wannabe. Wannabe, wannabe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome rock recording artist Cassidy Paris to the program.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing, Cassidy?
Good, thank you.
How's everything going in Australia?
Oh, we're currently in lockdown, so things have been better, but I guess it's not too bad in terms of the cases, so hopefully we're soon going to be out of it. But other than that, it gives us some time to knuckle down on music and everything.
Now this lockdown, this is the original lockdown, or is this a new one?
No, this is a new one. This is actually lockdown 6 for Melbourne.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is there a lot of cases there in Australia?
There actually isn't. Basically, what they're trying to do here is essentially eradicate the disease, which is crazy because we'll have 1 or 2 or 3 cases and they'll shut the entire state down. And that applies to every state in Australia.
Wow. Now, you just recently graduated high school too, right?
I did, yes, last year.
So everything you did was online, I assume, right?
Yeah, majority of the stuff I did was online. It was interesting, but for me, it wasn't too bad because that meant that I could do my stuff online during the day and then I would have the entire afternoon to do music-based things. So that was really good in terms of that sense. But we did go back for our exams and everything, so I was grateful for that. But yeah, like I said, it has given me, I was kind of with music at the end of my cycle, so I was needing to write and record and do that sort of thing, whereas some people were right at the start of the cycle where they were like performing. So I was quite grateful for that in my career.
Do they have good music programs in the schools that you go to?
Yeah, they do. I didn't go to a specific musical school. They definitely were very musical based. That's why my parents initially sent me there. But the type of music they did was very jazz based. And no dissing jazz performers. They're like some of the most incredible musicians ever. But I was just into obviously rock and roll and a bunch of other more kind of bridging artists as well. So I didn't really have much to do with the musical program there, but I had enough music at home to keep me extremely occupied. So it wasn't too bad.
At what age did you start singing and playing music?
For me, I started singing and playing at different ages. I actually started with the guitar, which I always say that is that's because of my dad, definitely. I remember he got me a pink guitar. It was like a pink acoustic guitar with Cassidy written on it. And my eyes just like lit up like it was Christmas Day. And that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy about that. And he taught me a couple of songs. Obviously, we started with the Smoke on the Water. And what else did we do? We did a couple of other rock songs and yeah, the rest is history in terms of guitar, really. But I actually started singing a little bit later. Like I was always that child who loved singing. So I would get in the car and I would sing my favorite songs and my dad would play me. Like my dad was playing me Dio and stuff at the age of, 6 years old. And
wow.
I would love those types of songs. And I remember going to like my very first Aerosmith concert. And that was my first concert, but it was my first like rockier concert, I think. And Steven Tyler just blew me away. He's like one of the most incredible performers of all time. And I was like, I want to do that. I aspire to do that. And that's really what got me into singing, really. And I think I started that when I was about 9 years old, maybe 7 or 8. Yeah, it's a little bit hazy for me, but just because I've been doing it my whole life, really.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I believe every artist or band is influenced by someone. Who are some of yours?
Definitely. I have such a wide range of artists that I'm influenced by. Currently, I'm kind of influenced predominantly at the moment by like your female rockers. I always say that I love people like Pat Benatar. She's been a huge influence on my music. Joan Jett, Lita Ford. And then I love those modern rockers. Like I love Lizzie Hale. I've loved Hailstorm since I was very, very young. Also love Taylor Momsen from The Pretty Reckless. And then like Amy Lee, Evanescence. I listen to a lot of stuff. And I'm just trying to make myself get better as an artist. And I think that's all we can really do is listen to other people and take things they do really well and try to implement them into our own music.
Yeah, I read in your bio that you had a mentor at a young age too. What was it like having Paul Lane mentoring you?
Yes, that was absolutely incredible. Pauline, I always say he's the full package. He's just an all-round amazing person. And every single time I speak to him, it's like I want to take everything in like a sponge. And I always say that. But every single word that comes out of that man's mouth is like gospel. It's crazy. It's just incredible. But yeah, it was really, really cool to have that experience from a young age. And he came down when I was about maybe 12 or 13 years old when we started to write. He had come once before to play a couple of solo gigs here in Australia. And my dad's band, The Radio Sun, were backing him. So that was the first time I met him. And I remember vividly that he brought this like huge package of like Reese's Pieces, and my brother and I were like, what the heck? And we just were buzzed out by that. But like I said, he's just such an incredible guy. He made such an effort with me from a very, very young age. And when he took me under his belt, I just can't thank him enough for that, because I think I've developed so much as an artist, and I think that I'll continue to grow and develop. And I think I really owe that to him, a lot of that to him. And yeah, it's just so incredible to be able to watch someone like that and take advice from someone who's just the best at what they do.
And he started out with you when you were, what, like 11, 12 years old, right? With songwriting?
Yes. Yeah. So I actually started songwriting when I was pretty young. So I like mucked around with lyrics and stuff. Even in primary school, I remember writing my first song and recording it with my dad and then showing it to my entire class. And that was a pretty cool moment for me. And yeah, with Pauline, I definitely started writing when I was quite young as well. I was 12 or 13, I believe, when I wrote my first track, Talk About It, with him. And that was just a super cool experience. Like, that's something that will stay with me forever.
Nice. You've recently become an endorsee of Fender Squier Guitars. That must be a huge honor for you, huh?
Yes, I can't even begin to express how grateful I am to have that opportunity. Fender is just the most incredible company, and I've always loved and played their guitars. And my dad's a Jackson, obviously, endorsee as well. And we just love the brand, and it's just incredible to be able to become like a Squier endorsee. I love the guitars, and they're just so super cool. The entire team there has been so amazing, and I've loved working on a couple of little projects and stuff with them as well. I'm actually releasing something with Fender very soon, something small, so that's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you get free gear for that?
I do a bit, but I would buy and play Fenders even if I didn't. I'm on an A-grade endorsement, but yeah, I've been playing, like I said, Fender guitars since I was, I don't even know how old. My first electric guitar was a Fender guitar, and I was blown away instantly. They were my favorite.
Now, how do you become an endorsee? Do they reach out to you? Have they seen you perform live? Is that how they chose you?
They had seen some of my live stuff, and they'd seen some of my recorded stuff. I actually reached out and was not expecting to get the response I did, that's for sure. And that was just super cool. Like I said, the entire team is so incredibly just awesome with me, and they want to work with the fact that they want to work with an artist that is growing and that is gaining success slowly is really, really important to me, and really cool, I think, because I think that a lot of brands get behind people that are huge, and then it doesn't really leave room for the people that are trying to grow and trying to progress as artists. And I really do credit them that they're working alongside me, because I think that I'm always growing and I'm always learning, and I think that's a really important story to share as well.
Nice. This podcast is going to feature two of your songs, one being your latest single, Wannabe, and I'll also feature Like I Never Loved You from your last release. What's the story behind both those songs?
It's actually a different story for both. So both were written whilst I was in high school. So that's probably the biggest point of similarity they both have. Wannabe, I was very, very excited to release, and that's probably been the single that I have related to and have been the most excited to release ever, I'd say. It was just a lot of my high school experience in one song. I definitely saw a lot of people trying to be someone that they were not in high school, trying to be the next version of someone else rather than the first version of themselves. And I always say that, but I think that these clones that we see walking around of people that have already been, it messed with my head a little bit, to be honest. And I really wanted to write something that represented what I saw in high school when I was walking around. And I think that I just began to, like, towards the end of my experience there, I was like, you know what? All these people are the same. They say the same things. They use the same slang. And, you know, it was crazy to me how everyone wanted to be the same and everyone had that same goal, be the it girl, be the popular girl. There was no difference really and between anyone. And I think that Wannabe is a real representation of that. Like I Never Loved You, however, is a song that I wrote maybe 2 years ago now. It was quite a while ago. And that was just about a person that you were so close with. And for me, it was a relationship kind of vibe to it. And and then you walk around and you see them and you walk past them in a high school setting and it's like you never ever had anything with them. And I just thought that was such an interesting and cool concept because it happens so often. And it's not just me that experienced it. So many people and so many of my friends would talk about it and be like, hey, he or she doesn't even talk to me anymore. And I walk past them and I don't even I see right through them. Like, it's crazy. So that was definitely the inspiration point for that song.
Your new EP, FLIRT, that comes out on September 1st. What can we expect from this release?
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to have FLIRT out there. Like I said, it's my second EP, very exciting, and it's got Wannabe on it. So I was very, very excited to have that track on there, and Like I Never Loved You as well. Also, it's got a couple of live songs. So I always say that I think like live performing is just, it's my environment, it's my home, and I feel like that's really represented when I'm up on a stage and you can really see that and hear it obviously as well. So I think it's cool to have something on my EP and something hard copy out there that's live because there is definitely magic to live. And I'm very excited to have that out there with the world.
Well, I can't wait to hear it. You recently have been acknowledged as a semifinalist in the International Songwriting Competition for Best Rock Song and Best Unsigned Artist. What's that like?
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. This has happened to me a couple of times now. I've actually had a couple of singles be recognized in that way. And it's so cool when someone else recognizes your hard work and all the effort and time that goes into your music. I just think that's unbelievably cool. And yeah, I was completely buzzed out when I heard that.
If you could record a duet with any artist, who would it be and why?
Ooh, hard-hitting question. Oh, that is tricky. I'd probably say I'm going to go with Pat Benatar today. She's just unreal. I was listening to her music all morning and I just think to myself, oh my God, there's so many killer songs that she released.
Yeah, she's great, right?
Yeah, I love her.
When you're not playing music and you're not in quarantine, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh, I got a similar question actually last time. I love the gym. I would say that I'm a little bit of a gym junkie. That's just somewhere where I get all my energy out. I love boxing as well. So that's something that I really enjoy doing when I'm not playing music. But there's very few days where I have what you would call off days from music. I barely ever. And I don't think I was speaking about this with my dad, Steve Janevsky. yesterday, and we were like, there's not really a day where we don't really listen to or like buzz out about a new track that's been released, or talk about an artist, or jam in the living room or something like that. We always find a place and time for music. But yeah, I love the gym. Like I said, it's where I listen to a lot of my music as well, and discover a couple of artists.
Cool. Do you have a website you'd like to promote?
I do, CassidyParis.com. And I also have an Instagram, so Cassidy Paris Official, a Facebook, Cassidy Paris, and a Twitter account. That's Cassidy Paris.
Is there anything that you'd like to mention that we didn't talk about today?
Rock ain't dead. I always say that.
What'd you say?
Rock ain't dead.
Gene Simmons said it was, though. Didn't he say that? Didn't Gene Simmons say rock was dead?
I didn't hear him say that.
Are you familiar with the band Helix?
Yes.
The rock band? Did you ever hear that song "Rock Is Dead" and Gene Simmons is in it?
I don't think I have heard that one.
Yeah,
I'm going to research this right after.
You have to go on YouTube and watch the video. I believe it's called "Rock Is Dead."
Well, that's going to be my homework today.
Because he did say that.
Well, rock's never dead, and I think that definitely. I think it's bridging artists and a bunch of really cool, even like female artists that are really going to be responsible for bringing it back. I just see awesome people like Taylor Momsen and Lizzie Hale that are really, really working hard to bring it back to the forefront, because it has been missing for quite some time. And that's definitely my main goal as well, is to bring, a classic rock and a little bit of modern music as well, and kind of work as that bridging artist to bring it back to the forefront, because it has been missing.
That's awesome. Well, Cassidy, I want to thank you so much for chatting with me today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
And I wish you the best of luck with the new EP. I can't wait to hear it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited to release it. So I hope you enjoy it.
Will do. And say hello to your pop for me, all right?
I will indeed.
All right, you take care now.
See you later. You too.
All right, bye-bye.